Hey guys, so we have a job that we need a couple of custom pieces of ductwork. We already built those 90s earlier, but we also need a transition. So the transition we need is going to be 10 by 10, just like our duct, and it's going to move the ductwork over, which of course will be 10 by 10 on the bottom. It's going to move it over to the left 6.5 inches. So what we're going to do is take our 10 plus our 2/4 inch lips for fitting it together. So that's going to be 10 plus 1/2 inch plus the distance we want to go over, which is 6.5, equals 17. And then I decided I would do the transition 24 inches tall because our sheet metal comes in 4-foot sections, and then I can just cut 2 pieces out of one 17.5 or 17-inch wide swath. And then after we have those, we can measure this part. It'll probably be like, I don't know, maybe 25.5 or something for the diagonal. Of course, right now we could do our leg squared plus leg squared. So it'd be 6.5 squared plus 24.5 squared would equal whatever this length is, but I find it's easier to just measure it as you're working. So down here on the bottom, we're going to go up 1 inch. And over right there, that's going to be our bottom right hand corner, and we'll do this on both of these. And then we're going to go over to the 10 mark on both of these. So it'll technically be the 10.5 from this edge. That's where it'll actually end up getting cut. So then these will be cut off at an angle, and this will be cut off at an angle. So we're going to rotate this. So now we've got these opposite of each other, see? So now we'll be able to cut at an angle, choop, from there over to there. Just like this. We're going to go from that edge all the way to our mark, which is right there. And then same thing, opposite side, right there, all the way up to our mark. Okay, so for some reason that one piece turned out wrong, so I had to remake it, but oh well. I'm just putting a light cross brace in these. How you do that is just drop it into your brake, go from corner to corner, like so, and it doesn't take much, just a little bit. Like that's a pretty strong one right there. You don't want to go too strong. Right there. And this just helps the transition stay a little bit more rigid. And I already went ahead and bent the 1/4 inch lips over there. So now we're going to be good. So all we got to do is make our sidewalls for this transition. And if we put a 90-degree edge on here, we can double check that our transition is going to be proper. Yeah, okay, so from there up to there is 6.5. So we know we're good on this transition. Now this angle that we've created, you could do your leg squared plus leg squared equals your hypotenuse squared, but it's easier to just do this and measure it. Looks like we need about 25.25 for our length, and we'll cut it 10 plus 2 because we'll run it through our lock former to make the 2 female lips that accept these 1/4 inch lips, and then we'll actually bend these out slightly, and we'll put cross bracing on those as well. Always dropping that scribe on the floor. Okay. 25 1/4 right there. That's a good way to mark multiple pieces. And then we'll go ahead and notch the corners 1 inch. Depending on the situation, sometimes you add your cross brace first. But for these smaller pieces, I like to just add it after. And you always want to cross brace with the inside facing up so that your braces bend outward. See? Just like so. And then we're gonna go 1 inch in like this and just put a slight counter bend in there, so that's gonna be on the bottom. We could maybe even go just a tiny bit more. And then on the top, we'll do the opposite. So that'll just help get our ductwork squared up with it. And you can see how this drops together here. I'm gonna put in some earplugs and we'll air hammer it. Where did I take up my earplugs? Put them in my pocket. Turn on the air. Put my gloves back on. All right, let's double check our measurements here. So if we did it correctly, this should be 10 by 10. And on the bottom, this will be 10 by 10. And you can see how those little counter bends we did will just help get the S-lip on there when we go to install this. Looks good. We'll just throw that on the ductwork pile, and next I think we're going to make some full sections of ductwork, which shouldn't be too hard, and then we'll be good to go. I'm not sure exactly how much we're going to need, but that's it for building the transition, so we can move on with the next thing. Hope that you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you later.